CryptoSlo, cryptocurrency news and investing.
CryptoSlo with more crypto gains. Today we want to talk about some important lessons in investing, especially with what we've seen in the crypto market lately with all of the fraud and ICOs and scams and Ponzi schemes. Well, there's a lot of lessons to be learned from that, and there's a lot of great videos on YouTube that cover it. But I kind of want to take the flip side of it today and look at what was going on in the traditional finance markets, specifically when the Dow went down 1,000 or 2,000 points instantly. And if you go to the root of the problem, this entire crash, mini crash I would call it, came from this fund called XIV. Now, this fund basically was a fund that was a volatility fund, and it basically was betting on the volatility of things. And this thing just went up, up, up. You can see in the graph here. Let's go to the max. So let's look at this baby. All right, it's going, it's going, it's going. Since 2011, basically this fund has done nothing but go up. It peaked out here, and basically in a single day it crashed to $5. People lost hundreds of millions of dollars in one day. Now, you're like, how can that be possible? It's very possible. One of the big things is that these markets are run by computers. So think about it. That's efficiency of markets. When a computer is running everything, as soon as the computers detect that there is a problem, they basically all liquidate. They all deleverage. Or the computer calculates that it can no longer go up, it's instantly going to get rid of anything. And when all of the financial systems are running on these computers, all the systems simultaneously sell or get rid of the commodity or whatever it is instantaneously. This is kind of why, in my opinion, I don't like the fact that the banks are getting involved in Bitcoin futures and derivatives, because really the futures and derivatives, call it what you want, it's a lottery, it's a gamble, and it really does not financially benefit society in any way. It's betting on something, and it causes manipulation, it causes volatility, and it's just not a good thing. So this is kind of the takeaway from this is, everyone says that crypto is a Ponzi scheme and all this stuff. What does this look like? This looks like a Ponzi scheme. XIV was a Ponzi scheme. And as soon as they didn't want to run it anymore, guess what? They pull out, they pull the plug, and it's over instantaneously. Now, keep in mind, there's trillions of dollars in these commodities in people's 401ks and long-term investments as stores of wealth. But what you can see is that no matter what it is, it literally can be wiped out instantaneously in one day if the commodity, number one, doesn't do anything other than make people money. If its only purpose is to make more money, then it really doesn't have a purpose, and there's really no asset to be backed behind it. Otherwise, how can something lose almost 100% of its value in a day? So, just something to think about, if you're traditionally invested. And that's kind of part of the reason I come back to why I like crypto so much is there are a lot of coins out there that don't really do anything, but there are a lot of coins that are designed and built for a specific purpose to bring value to people's life. And that's why I believe in crypto so much. That's why I have this channel. So anyways, think about it, do a little research on this VIX XIV Velocityshares Inverse, whatever you want to call it, bullcrap. And you're going to find a lot of stories. It's going to sound like BitConnect. There's going to be people that lost, I think I read somewhere there was one guy that lost $4 million in a day on this fund. And it's gone, it's vanished. And that's kind of the deleveraging of them pulling the plug on it. So anyways, think about these things when you invest. Number one, does the investment bring value or do anything? What does it do? Number one. Number two is what it does. Is it controlled by a single entity that can be turned off? Number three, does the success of the investment depend on other people getting into the investment? New money, meaning there's not a demand for something, or it doesn't provide some kind of utilitarian purpose. But anyways, and number three or four, is this fund controlled by bots that literally can just leave at any moment? I mean, this thing was around for 6 to 7 years. It's absolutely amazing. Anyways, check it out. This is CryptoSlo. If you're not talking gains, then we're not talking.